Hi everybody. Well, today's a big day for me. You probably heard me say before that I had registered myself for the Mars One program, and I've got my my response back today. I brought out my helmet from the Air Force. My uncle Les and Larry got me this, and I got my my Apollo badge on because I'm a little nervous. But in this box is from Mars One, and inside here you'll see this envelope, and you can see it even has like this wax seal on it, and the wax emblem of Omega, which is one of the emblems for the Mars One program. So it appears as though I've been accepted to the Mars One program, and that means I will be going to Mars as a musical director. Now I've got a little more training to do with NASA, but it comes up like I've got a lot of stuff to do now. Like, what do you bring to Mars? I'm going to want to bring some guitars. Oh, I'll bring a watch. So for this, bring the camera up a little bit. I've got this nifty cool Omega Speedmaster, and as some of you know, this is the only watch worn on the moon. This actually is an Omega Speedmaster, and it is for manned space missions on the moon. It says so right back here. This is the only watch worn on the moon. This watch got people, the Apollo 13, back home. If it wasn't for this watch, the rest of their instrumentation had failed. But they had these manual wound watches so they could time fuel that they were using to get the space module home. So this is a symbol of the Mars program, and I'm going to bring it. I'm going to have to sell Willie's. So if you know anybody that's interested in it, give me a call before I take off. But one of the things we got to figure out here is what to bring. And I ask you, what would you bring on Mars if you were going? One thing you could do, go Beatles. You know? Like, just bring the Beatles stuff. You can play the Beatles guitars, sing songs. We're all sitting around trying to raise potatoes, trying to make oxygen, trying to make some water. Nothing better to ease people's minds than a few Beatles songs, don't you think? Or
he'll want small-bodied acoustics.
You're probably thinking, he'll want small-bodied acoustics. And yes, that's a good choice. Fits well in the overhead, small voice. La 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 la, easy to sing over. This Carson Robeson, a piece of Earth history. I think this is kind of cool. Made by Gibson, sold by Montgomery Ward's, old growth wood, great sound. Or I might choose this 1947 L00, or I might choose this 57 0018. All good choices for Mars, but wait. Or I might pick a Les Paul Custom, because as you guys know, a 10.5 pound Les Paul on Mars is only 4 pounds. Or Telecasters. You know, the thing about Telecasters in space is, even if I'm there like 90 years, I only have to tune it once. And it'll stay that way forever, even weightless. Besides, if I'm going to be on Mars, I'm concerned about the way I look. Wait, I have another idea. Or it occurs to me that the audience on Mars is probably huge. Do you know how many Martians live on Mars? Big audiences. And as you guys know, in American culture, as audiences got bigger and bigger, so did the guitars. The small-bodied guitars just weren't that useful when you have a big audience. So what are you going to get when you have a big audience? You're sitting around the campfire, waiting to make oxygen. You need a big guitar to make people happy. Yeah! So you get a pre-war J35, the loudest guitar in the store, without an amplifier, of course. And that's this right here, a gorgeous, refinished too on the top. I don't got to worry about it if it gets a couple of specks of Martian dust on it. That's the idea. But I'm still waiting for word from SpaceX. So I'm going to go over to Black and White right now and speak to Elon Musk in Martian. So excuse me while I have this brief conversation with Musk on this, okay? Be right back.
Willie, obviously, he made voice it. I'm the simple fail. I'm the man that I get my out. Say, I wish if they were pursued happening in my out. There was pepper on sharing a vote. And you know, with all the black, I'm in listening.